Ayanokoji Kiyotaka is a character that's full of mystery and intrigue. Up until recently, his final objective was unknown, but now it has come to light, and it is truly genius. Just a disclaimer, this video will contain spoilers up to the current volume of the light novel, so that will be Year 3, Volume 1. You have been warned. I'm going to discuss Ayanokoji's master plan and his motives behind it. So strap in and get your popcorn. Let's go ahead and get started. So first off, who is Ayanokoji Kiyotaka? Well, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna just assume that you know who he is, but I'm still gonna go ahead and give a brief description of our king. Ayanokoji is introduced as a guy who just seems like he lacks social skills and wants to make friends. The light novel even tricks you into thinking that he is a simple-minded guy, but there are hints strewn throughout the first few episodes. Getting 50s on every subject in his entrance exam is discussed early on, and his intuitive thought process on how to tackle the first special exam are major hints that show he may be special. Everything changed though in Volume 3 at the end of the island exam. His iconic monologue gives a glance at his true nature and his psychopathic thought process. Ayanokoji cannot see any other person as more than a tool at his disposal. This point is why Chabashira always refers to him as the most effective one of all, even when he is in a class full of defects. As the series continues, we get to see more of his cold-hearted nature as he continues to lie and use his peers to grasp victory at every possible point. The White Room is the sole cause of this, as he is the only member from the demonic 4th generation to complete the course, which was regarded as the most strenuous course offered by the White Room. That brings us to now, where we finally get insight on his true desires, as he believes he will be forced to return to the White Room once he graduates from the Advanced Nurturing High School. In the later volumes of the Year 2 light novel, Ayanokoji's abilities are becoming more well known throughout the school, and some hints are dropped about his final scheme. Rather than referring to Horikita's class as his own class, he starts to call it their class. And in some other monologues, he hints at a plan that has almost come to fruition. And in volume 12.5 of the Year 2 light novel, he finally leaves Horikita's class to join Sakayanagi's class after her expulsion. With this transfer, his plan is complete, and we get to enjoy the Year 3 season to see how it all shakes out. But why did Ayanokoji leave his class, and what goal is he trying to achieve? An even playing field. Each class now has a leader whom Ayanokoji believes is sufficient enough to lead a class, and they will battle it out to determine which class is the strongest. Throughout the series, Ayanokoji has played a part in the growth of each class leader. Horikita Suzune came to the school and originally did not care to socialize and had a superiority complex. Ayanokoji, though in the shadows, helped her realize that relying on people was okay and basically forced her into the leadership role of their class, which she was able to adapt to perfectly. Ryuen Kakeru, the leader of Class C in Year 1, had a fixation on defeating Ayanokoji, but Ayanokoji continuously dodged his advances, claiming he would take him on if he proved himself. Ryuen then decided that he wanted to prove himself, and his methods, though underhanded, began to evolve, and he became a better leader in his class. Ichinose, the leader of Class B, had the most drastic change, as she actually fell in love with Ayanokoji. This love makes her a more formidable foe, and she does not want to lose to anyone, including Ayanokoji. At the end of Year 2, Ayanokoji must be pleased enough to determine it is time for him to switch classes, and Sakayanagi's expulsion creates the perfect opportunity for him to swoop in and take over the old Class A. With an even playing field set, Ayanokoji can finally act as a leader in a class and go to war with the other classes. Since he is the leader of his class, the victories and losses of the class can be attributed to him alone. Ayanokoji has never lost, and the White Room teaches that he must never lose. His goal is to prove the White Room's teachings wrong and show that he can lose. Unconsciously, he also likely wants to lose and show that he is just a normal guy and not just some science experiment. In the first chapters of the novel series, it is shown that he wants to make friends, and throughout the series he often asks if it is possible for him to smile. Ayanokoji is addicted to gathering knowledge. He subconsciously believes that if he were to lose, this would contribute greatly to his growth and his knowledge. Ayanokoji's thirst for knowledge and the experiences at the school led him to this plan. Working in the shadows is no longer enough for him, and he wants to move to the forefront of the battle. He has learned so much about human nature, but he still wants to learn more about himself, and if he could possibly feel the same emotions as his peers. This entire plan seems like a sort of suicide mission for himself, where he desires to lose, just to learn more about himself. He knows his shortcomings and wants to overcome them. His father believes he is perfect, but Ayanokoji knows he is not. What happens if he does end up making it to Class A at the end of year 3? Since the Advanced Nurturing High School offers students who graduate from Class A the ability to get a job anywhere or go to any school they desire, would he use that to stay away from the White Room, or would he still return to be a leader at the White Room like he believes he will no matter what? Many are theorizing that he will attempt to take down the White Room, and I do just want to entertain those sentiments. The way he talks about his father, referring to him as that man, makes it seem that he has no attachment to the White Room or his father at all. And I do think if he loses against the other classes, it may occur to him that it is unnecessary to return, as he has much more to learn about the outside world. But we will still have an entire season of light novels until we learn how the rest of the series is going to go, or if it will end off with graduation from the Advanced Nurturing High School. To end off, Ayanokoji has set up a year 3 battle among all the classes, where not one class has an advantage. He spent time working to develop each class leader behind the scenes and believes it is his time to finally lead a class and steal victory. I'm excited to continue reading all the way to the end of year 3 and whatever may or may not come after. Will he seize victory and graduate from Class A, proving the White Room teachings are valid, or will he fall in defeat and prove his father's teachings wrong? If you made it to this part of the video, I just want to thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe for more amazing anime content such as this. Please leave a comment as well on maybe some topics you might want me to talk about. But yeah, peace.